Hey there, so I'm using Vimeo right now to record another video on my video editor. So you'll see here I can make my head a little bit bigger. I am in VEED, which I actually discovered after kind of Googling and finding different video editors. And the thing I like about this, if I were to play a workshop lesson that I recorded, you'll see here. Hey there, so we're going to start the Hook Them at Hello program. The reason I'm pausing there is because if I were just to do my slide deck, which I've got some pictures and stuff, let me kind of jump ahead a little bit. So you'll see I've got a PowerPoint behind me, my little circle head, because what I did was I shared the screen of my slide deck and then imposed my circle head on top of that during the share screen. But if I were to just have a PowerPoint presentation, it gets pretty boring. And as Marisa has said in teaching our classes, we're applying the paper plane version of our course, but we also want to make it a little bit more interesting. And she does all these cool transitions, but that's what this tool allows us to do. So if I scroll ahead, let me just play a little bit. So again, if I were just to have the whole thing as a slideshow, it's not bad. But one of the things, and I'll tell you the reason I like the circle head, because I just don't like disembodied voices. Even if they're not looking at my head, I kind of like people to know that I am talking. But let me just play this. In VEED, what I did was I uploaded that downloaded video from Vimeo, and you see that this is the voice. These is the video image, and you'll see the slide deck kind of changing. But what I can do is I can layer these, what they call B-rolls, on top of it. So as I'm talking, I can actually transition to a video or an image. And it makes it a lot more interesting as I'm going through my slide presentation, because instead of just being a slide deck, it will actually show videos. And you can go over to the image or the video section and search for different things. So what I did was I would go to business, because most of mine are business, and I would type in something like photographer, because I'm talking about photography in the slide deck. And it gives me a bunch of images. And then I can just drag that image. So as I go through my slide deck, it's not just PowerPoint that they're seeing. So then you can just drop these B-rolls on top of your presentation. And in this case, I decided to be a little funny because I'm talking about focusing on one target market. And I put some text. So one of the other things you can drag is text. And if you scroll over there, you'll see how it just has a, did I say focus, pun intended, question mark? And I've got another presentation and then another video that I put there. And one last video and more text. So this is just a matter of dragging the appropriate video. You can do audio on top of it. And this would be like sound effects, images, like still images. You can even get GIFs in there, like Marisa uses a lot of GIFs. You can add subtitles. I decided because I'm in PowerPoint, I didn't want subtitles. And then when you're done, you just hit this button. Now you have an edited video because you edited this in Vimeo, and you've added some interesting B-roll transitions. So now your video is not only edited, but it's a lot more interesting than just a straight PowerPoint presentation, or just even if you're not using PowerPoint and you're just talking and doing a headshot video, it makes it more interesting because you've got transitions and things, again, to keep people's attention. And I'll show you more things about VEED that I like in another video.